It just looks like shrimp.
They look just like, I say they look like shrimp. It is shrimp, but
yeah.
It looks like whole shrimp.
Right,
It just
but you
looks.
can eat the tail and that whole thing.
Exactly, you eat the whole.
Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes every week for your kitchen. Now this week we are doing a fun new recipe for making shrimp nuggets. Because, you know, we were just saying, there's chicken nuggets everywhere. We're a little bit sick of them. Everybody is. So why not try a different protein to make delicious nuggets? And we'll also talk about what makes shrimp nuggets possibly as good or even better than chicken nuggets. All right, so let's first talk about what goes into a shrimp nugget besides the obvious shrimp. Talk us through what are you thinking for this nugget, Roman?
All right, so for this nugget that we're going to do specifically, I have shrimp, which is the main ingredients, of course. But I also have a couple of things that are going to work well with it in this situation. I have some mirin, I have some sesame oil, and then I have some Ultra-Stik that's going to hold it and bind it all together. It's going to make it a lot easier to work with. So when you're rolling up those nice sweet nuggets, you won't have a problem with it.
All right, let's get right into it. You know, I think it's really cool that you're infusing the flavors into the nugget rather than relying just on dipping sauce.
Yeah, or marinating it too. I mean, one of the big things with shrimp is you find that shrimp can be overcooked very easily. At the restaurant, I would constantly have to throw out shrimp that was overcooked. This method keeps all the moisture inside the shrimp, and that way you won't have anything that gets too dry.
Cool. All right, let's jump right into how do you make a shrimp nugget.
All right, so in the food processor, we're going to add our shrimp, and we're going to just give that a quick pulse a few times. Add our mirin and our oil. And then we're just going to give that a couple more pulses.
Is that just for flavoring, or is that any type of functional use?
Just for flavor.
Okay.
And then we're going to dry mix our salt and Ultra-Stik.
All right, so for people who are not familiar, Ultra-Stik, it's a modified starch, and it's exactly what it sounds. It makes things super sticky.
And we're just going to add that right on top of the shrimp, and we're going to give that a couple more pulses until it's just incorporated. You don't want to go too much. That's why I'm not just letting it spin, because you don't want it to get too mushy.
Okay.
You kind of have it to have a little bit of texture to it. So I'm going to take off the top, and then I'm going to just, because some of that depends on how much shrimp you're making. This is a small amount, so I'm going to make sure I get all that Ultra-Stik off of the sides and the bottom of the processor. And I'm just going to give it a couple more pulses, and that will be ready.
Okay.
We're going to get this mixture into the bowl here, and we are going to form our nuggets. Now, when I did this first, I used this wonderful shrimp mold, which gives you a really nice, beautiful looking shrimp. It almost looks like a real shrimp, but it's not. So we're going to use this mold, and we're just going to fill these guys up.
Yeah, and we're just doing that for fun. You can use any mold you want.
Exactly.
It does not. So I'm sure people are like, why did you just make a shrimp paste so you can make it look like shrimp again? Yes, you get all the flavorings in it, and it's also going to have a different texture, which we're going to see when we fry it up.
Exactly.
So we'll be right back with some finished and ready to cook shrimp nuggets. We have some finished shrimp nuggets, soon to be fried. But before we fry them up, I do want to take this opportunity to remind you that if you love this channel, you love seeing weird, special, unique ingredients and techniques and recipes and things like that, the best way that you can support a small channel and store like ours is to visit modernistpantry.com, check out all of our recipes, all of our ingredients, and see if there's anything that you can find that's going to make your kitchen time more fun and interesting. All right, so Roman, what do we do next? Let's check out what you came up with.
So, this is our finished product. Out of the freezer and out of our shrimp mold, we have these awesome. They look almost like shrimp.
They look completely like shrimp. I don't even want to say almost.
Yeah,
look at this.
I love them. I don't know what it is.
Like shrimps.
I don't know what it is. So what we did is we used our standard breading procedure of flour, egg wash, and panko, and we're just gonna fry them in the fryer right here. I have it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 3 to 4 minutes. We're gonna flip them like every minute, every minute or two, just to make sure that they're evenly coated and they're evenly browned. All right, so let's drop them in. All right, now that we have our shrimp fried, ready to go, we have a little bit of sriracha mayo dipping sauce to go with it. We're gonna give it a try and see how it tastes.
Okay, I'm gonna take mine without any sauce at
Oh,
first.
you're gonna have it,
because
okay.
I wanna be able to like just taste a nugget for itself.
All right.
So number one, I would never be able to tell that this is a nugget the way that it looks now.
It looks just like a shrimp. It is a shrimp. I don't know why I keep saying that. Oh wow, that is great.
There's so much flavor within this nugget that you wouldn't really be able to get through like frying shrimp straight.
No, there's no way you can marinate it enough to get that much flavor into the shrimp.
It's super delicate, got just the right amount of bounce to it. So we're talking, and you know, when we first started thinking about making shrimp nuggets, the go-to ingredient in this case would be sodium tripolyphosphate, which we've used in a lot of other type of like nugget applications. But the reason why we picked Ultra-Stik over tripolyphosphate in this case is because we didn't want that like super bounciness, right? We didn't want it to be like hard and chewy.
Exactly, we were trying to actually avoid that. And so going with the Ultra-Stik was the best way to go in this situation, for this application anyway. Oh man.
It's really good. I'm gonna double dip a little bit. And you can eat the tail.
Yeah, that's, I'm gonna join you.
So good, so good.
Wow,
Ooh, that's
is
spicy.
good. Just a little bit.
All right, so you can get this recipe and of course all of our other recipes in the links in the description below, modernistpantry.com. And until next week from here in the test kitchen, I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.